I fell off into the sleep, and all of a sudden I had what I call a night vision. In the night vision, I was called to a ship down in the ports of Astoria, Washington, or Oregon, where the Columbia River flows into the Pacific Ocean. And in the vision, I was on this ship, standing upon the bridge. That's where the wheel is, where they steer it, with a captain from, I believe, the Philippines, Captain Ascension, the Atlantic pioneer, precious brother. I was standing on the bridge, and we were talking when all of a sudden I just glanced out over the inlet to the Columbia River, and I saw all of these ships coming in loaded with troops. And I was watching them, and as this would be the ship, the troop ships went right around the ship we were on, as though they didn't even see it. They didn't fire one shot at the men on the decks. They were down there walking around, the crew. They didn't fire any shots on something. Well, this is interesting. And I was watching this phenomena when all of a sudden I began to see them coming up to the docks, and where there were no ladders, they threw these hook ladders up, and these troops began climbing up these hook ladders onto the ports, and anybody they saw, they shot them. The captain is seeing this, and we're watching this, and all of a sudden he says, "Your nation is under siege." And I said, "Yes, it is, but look at this. This is different." And about that time we were looking over the bow of the ship, and underneath the docks came out these World War II vintage of planes, American planes with the star on them and the flag the way they are, the old World War II vintage. And I believe that's very significant in today's world, and I believe you will begin to be able to understand a little more regarding why it would be World War II type planes coming out from under the docks. Now, I don't understand them coming from the docks, but God was showing me many things, I believe, in this vision. They were going up into the air and firing on the motherships that all these troop carriers were coming out of. And I saw a couple of them hit and go down, and I'm watching this war literally take place. I'm hearing the screams of the people of the city of Astoria screaming as these troops are running through the streets and ousting people out of the houses and just shooting. And I don't see any military coming to return the fire. It's as though we have no defense. And I'm looking at these troops, and all of a sudden I begin to realize, these are Chinese. What are they doing here? And that was the end of the vision, when I recognized they were Chinese. But in the observations, they literally ran right around our gangplank, even on the docks. They didn't even see the gangplank. And that was the first vision that God gave me, to begin to show me some of the things that were coming, and to begin to bring my spirit aware and alert. And I remember that night, I got up and I began to walk the floor. My wife hadn't come to bed yet. And I got up and was walking the floor when she came up to go to bed. And she said, "What is it?" And I told her the vision, the night vision I had. So that was the first vision I put on the shelf.